It's Mother's Day tomorrow week, and often we talk about the stallions of Arrowfield. Today we thought we'd talk about the mares, the mothers of Arrowfield, and some of the extraordinary names. Paul Massara, how are you today?
Good, thanks, Tim. How are you?
Very well, very well. Well, let's start with one of the real Broadway acts, Miss Finland.
One of the greatest, mate. A five-time Group 1 winner and a producer of a Group 1 winner. She's been a magnificent mare for the farm. And being Mother's Day, I think it's great that we're celebrating some of these great mothers and brood mares in our industry. But they're very important, and the stallions get most of the limelight. But certainly this weekend, great to represent and speak about all the mothers.
She was an extraordinary racehorse too, Miss Finland.
Unbelievable racehorse. She obviously won the Golden Slipper as a 2-year-old. In the same year, within the same time frame of a year, she went on to win the Oaks over 2,500 metres.
Miss Finland has taken the lead in the Golden Slipper. She's dashed nicely clear from Cap Hero and Boom Time Savings, Churchill Downs and Pure Energy, but the Bleakers have done the trick with Miss Finland. She bolts it in.
Miss Finland in front. She's out by 2 at the 100 metres from Tuesday Joy and Anamato. And Miss Finland, the champion filly, scores by 2.5 lengths to Tuesday Joy. Third placing, I think.
An extraordinary career on the racetrack. She was most of the time ridden by none other than the great Craig Williams, but she was a fantastic mare for the farm, and she's gone on to produce Group 1 winners and other stakes winners.
Tell us about Response.
Well, Response herself is another one of those great race mares. She was a dual Group 1 winner and has gone on to produce a magnificent filly who went on to win the Golden Slipper, Esther Jab.
Esther Jab hanging on from a hood, and Esther Jab led all the way in the slipper, just beat a hood.
Yeah, of course, Esther Jab. I think Wayne Hawkes is still recovering from that back injury when Michael jumped on his shoulders after
I'm
that.
pretty sure he broke a couple of ribs.
Yeah, that was funny. Salutations, of course.
Yeah, another fantastic. She's a homebred, and she's an interesting one because I trained her. She was actually unraced, had an injury, but she's been a great producer. She's produced a stallion in Super Seth, who now stands in New Zealand and is a very popular son of Dundeel, and one of his first sons to go to start, along with Castelvecchio, who we stand here at Arrowfield. So she's a great mare. She's also the producer of Wild Planet, who's by another one of our stallions or former stallions in Animal Kingdom. So she's been a magnificent producer, a homebred, one that we trained on the farm. So she's a real homegrown story.
And a name that lots of people in the horse racing industry know very, very well, Shoals.
Oh, Shoals, what a champion she was. These are the stellar mares we're talking about this morning. She's only new to the breeding barn. She's had a little filly by I'm Invincible, which will go to the sales next year, which we're all very excited about. Well, I don't know if we'll sell her, to be honest with you. She's one we might have to look at retaining, being a filly out of that family. But nonetheless, a beautiful filly to get her breeding record underway.
And what about finally Secluded?
Well, Secluded was also another mare that I trained, and she's a half-sister to the great Melita, who was a Group 1 winner herself, and she's thrown Pariah, who's another stallion we stand here at Arrowfield. We always love kind of buying our own back, and that often happens that we go and sell these yearlings at the sales and end up buying them back as stallion prospects. The fact that we know everything about them from birth all the way through their racing career is a very attractive thing for us, knowing the horses that well and then standing them at stud gives us a greater feel for what their progeny are going to be like and how best to make them.
Just changing subjects slightly, the sales have been extraordinary, haven't they? We've had the Classic, then the Premier, then the Easter sale, and for Arrowfield, just remarkable. Yeah,
it's been an unbelievable sales season. Obviously, with COVID, we weren't really sure what was going to happen at the start of this year. We just going on the back of last year was very difficult, and this year it's completely bounced back, and we're back to kind of pre-COVID prices at the yearling sales. So I think in the most recent Easter sale, everything was up, the average, the median, and the overall gross. So it's been a great sales period for all. It's been very well spread, and I think everyone's really done well from this sales season just gone.
And we're on our way to the Chairman's now.
On our way to the Chairman's sale, which has got some really some feature lots there, and there'll be a lot of people zoning in on that sale, and obviously then on to the Magic Millions in June.
And finally, you're in Newcastle today, Paul, and we always bet with our head not over it. Is there something we might pencil in?
Oh, Timmy, you never know, but we've got a horse called Deepwood Vale. She's up in trip, which we love. She was a little bit disappointing second up, but won very well first up, but now getting to a pet distance. So I think she's a very good each way chance at Newcastle today.
Yeah, we'll look out for that. Paul, thank you so much to you and the whole family in Arrowfield. You're great sponsors and supporters of our program. It would not exist without you. So thank you and great to chat with you today.
Always a pleasure, Tim, and thank you very much for your support.